Well, that gets me to something else that bothers the heck out of me, the double standard. How is it that can happen? How is it that Joe Biden can get up and say, I pressured the president of Ukraine to fire the prosecutor, and they can allege with a whistleblower who turns out to be wrong that Donald Trump pressured the president of the Ukraine to investigate Biden? One becomes 1,000 headlines of bribery. It leads to a congressional investigation and an impeachment where he was finally acquitted.
Because we have a different.
The other, nobody's even investigating.
No, but
aren't they the same thing?
But it's absolutely the same thing. But here's what has to happen, I believe, because I think this is a crisis of American governance. And it's just like the CIA and the FBI in the 50s, 60s, and the 70s. You had the Church Commission, excesses, whether it's the overseas, the Kennedy assassination, Vietnam, the Watergate. People decided it was time to actually hold this accountable. They had open hearings. It led to many reforms. The whole Gang of Eight and everything that's done today on the intelligence side, as you know, all came out of that. You've seen the FBI. You've seen the CIA. You've got Crossfire Hurricane. You have all the issues you brought up. You've got evidence that you now have. This is why I'm advocating. It has to be a formal setting. The New York Times, as much strong as this podcast is, or the radio show that we do, or Fox News, or you're on Jesse.
And by the way, it is a great radio show. I love being on it.
Well, thank you.
It's my favorite radio. Anytime you want me on, I'll get up.
I appreciate it. Well, you're a great interview. So
I'd love to be on it because you guys really get into. We get to the
nitty gritty.
Yeah, you do.
But because Jason, as you know, we got Jason Rahim. I
got
got some real veterans. So.
Yeah.
But you need a formal setting. The one thing that struck me in this entire impeachment process, when the president's team finally got up there, after literally all the Mueller investigation and all the beatdown this, and they finally got up there and they were able for the first 2 hours on Saturday just to walk through a logical progression of what the air kind of came out of CNN and MSNBC. And I said, for the first time, this is what I told Jesse the other night. Jesse did an 8-minute opening on a show and says, hey, I do it for a living. And by the way, in the war room, we had a whole staff of people, and we're sitting there going, we could see actually interlinking connections that we hadn't quite gotten. That's why with what you've done and with what Devin Nunes did on the House Intelligence Committee, the 40 subpoenas, your investigations, to me, it's time now that it can't be in the media. Because you need a formal setting. I believe that the right venue for that is to start Lindsey Graham's Judiciary Committee in the Senate. And just to start. And you told me something long ago. You said the power of kind of English common law in our American system is the cross-examination.
Right.
That anybody can talk smack about somebody.
Right.
But it's when you get them under oath and you can cross them, there's where the truth comes out.